Hey guys, this is Brian.
This is Jim.
And we are going to bring you an episode right now that's going to have some explicit content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have some four-letter words, probably some serious topics.
Yes.
Some adult topics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things that like your grandma.
Or children, or your priest.
They probably shouldn't listen to this.
Maybe even your spouse.
It's possible. We just wanted to warn you guys up front that those things are going to be in this episode. So if you have any of those other people that we listed around, just kind of, tell them to go away.
Just push them out of the car.
Yeah, get them out. Dude. Makes me want to dance, Jim. Makes me want to get up and shake my booty. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Dude What Movie Review Podcast. Dude What? I am one half of the hosting squad here at Dude What, Mr. Brian Sumner. Sitting across the table from me, a well-groomed, beautiful Jim Miller. Say hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
I don't know what that was. Just why? We're coming to you from the 2420 West Studios in a hot Evansville, Indiana. The garage is hot. The studio's hot. Everything is hot, Jim.
It is.
It's ridiculous. I hate August in the Ohio Valley region.
Am I supposed to say something about that? You're just stating the fact over there.
Yeah. I didn't know if you had anything to add to that. You're in agreement.
August, man. It's hot.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, there's a reason why there was a whole, it's hot Don, like that was a whole thing for like ever in the Midwest, right?
That's just because Don Moore's crazy.
Well, I mean, he tapped into something. It's like, yeah, it is hot.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Well done on the marketing. I'll call him over for
maybe we
Dude
should,
What, actually.
He'd probably put us on the map.
There we go.
No, he probably couldn't.
No.
Anyway.
Don, if you're listening, just...
yeah, avid listener Don Moore out of the Owensboro area. Yeah, tunes in every week.
Avid listener.
Hell of a guy. Jim, how the hell you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
I'm good. Kids are back at school.
Yes.
Which is great. Getting onto that new rhythm of life once again has been good. Life's good, man.
Nice.
Life is real good. I don't have much to complain about.
That's good.
Nowadays, so...
Rub it in, why don't you?
I know, I will. Gladly. Yeah, it's been good. Got crazy people I talk to on a daily, but other than that...
Still doing the D&D with the kiddos?
Doing D&D, yeah,
nice.
with the kiddos, and then also with my little group that I've got.
Right.
I guess I could talk about that. You didn't know this, but I love talking about D&D.
Nerd alert!
Oh, God. Yeah. You're so bashful when it comes to D&D.
Like, what? Yeah. Oh, it's actually funny because I ended up posting something on my Facebook page about the kids, and my boss came in like that next day and goes, "Hey, I need to talk to you about," because she saw the post. She's like, "So what is this? Like, what is?" So she went the lowdown on it. But no, like my little guy group that we've got going, we have scheduled a weekend away, and it's going to be nothing but D&D all weekend. And dude, I've never done anything like that since like maybe. Middle school.
Why did my mind go to penthouse letters? This has never happened to me before.
This has never happened. Red Shoe Diaries. God. There's a callback for all you little middle school perverts back then.
Wow. Okay, so anyway, you got a weekend getaway coming up. You and the Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah. We're all hanging out and doing D&D all weekend, man. It's funny though, because
just picture you guys at like a day spa. You sitting with the cucumber slices on your eyes. Jim, it's your turn to go. It's your turn to go, man. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No. All the guys have talking. I mean, we're all grown men. We have children. Like, we're all like happily married.
You're making it worse the more you talk.
I know. It's just. I never thought we would be excited to be like, hell, let's go play D&D for a weekend. Get a cabin and everything. So I don't know. It's gonna be fun though.
What?
Bourbon, all kinds of things.
Oh my God.
Things get worse. Don't be jealous.
Hey, yeah.
Don't be jealous.
That's the word.
Jealous,
sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay,
yeah,
fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, how's your crappy life?
I don't have bourbon. I don't have D&D. My life's in the toilet.
I don't have a cabin. I have
no friends, no cabin. I'm desolate. I'm sitting in a studio with you, sweating
my ass off. Happy August, Evansville. It's supposed to be coming up on fall, man. It shouldn't be this hot.
Right.
But anyway.
No, everything's good. Everything's great.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. No, everything's good, man. It's just, exciting week for me. Stepped in a rather large hole at work and rolled my ankle pretty bad.
Yeah.
Luckily, no structural damage.
And Uncle Fred was there to pick you right back
Sure
up.
was. Nothing but emotional damage came from that. No physical damage whatsoever, but it's nice to know that people still don't care about me. And when I say people, I mean work. So anyway, moving on from that, everything else is good.
Got 10 pages in my journal talking about it.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. No, the weather, work, it's been ongoing themes on this show.
Yep.
I'm dedicating no more time to either one of them. That's not true. I'll talk about it next week. Anywho, so we're going to have some fun on the episode here. No one wants to hear about my problems. All right, so let's get on with our show here, Jim. We're going to do something that we haven't done in a while. Actually, I think we haven't done this since last season, actually. Like way back in season 1 on our Dude Table Discussion movie talk. I mean, we talked about everything. We talked about new movies. We talked about movies coming out. We talked about movies we had seen. We talked about pandemic movies. We talked about the Hall of Fame. We did a soundtrack spotlight. We crammed so much into that episode.
Did like a huge shout out to Ski School.
We did, because that's whenever I had my ski school cards. Got those back. And I think I was on the heels of having Stuart Fracken, a.k.a. Stooch Mac, signing those for me, and so that was pretty awesome. So again, we're going to link to that episode because there was a ton of cool stuff that happened in that. But our next segment that we're going to do on the show here, our first segment of this episode, we're going to do a little callback back to that episode. We're just going to play a new game.
Do you want to play a game?
I want to play a game.
We're gonna play a little game, okay?
I don't want to play.
I don't know who you are. I don't care. But I don't play games.
You don't have to win. But everybody plays.
Such a great quote. And especially ever since, we did for Austin 316 Day, the Condemned, a side table discussion on that.
Which can be found in your feed right
That's
now.
right.
So.
Yeah, you can go back and check that out. Now, you got the context of that quote,
Yes.
and it's actually a pretty awesome quote.
Heck, man, this whole season I've been getting context for a lot of quotes.
This is true. This is so true.
So what game are we playing, man?
All right, man. So all the way back on our side table discussion where we did just an all-out movie talk, we played a game where it's kind of like Name That Tune.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Basically, what we're going to do with this is I'm going to try and stump Jim. A lot of fun. Jim loves it whenever we do these because I get to just kind of, put him on the spot. Usually I'm the one being put on the spot. I get a little revenge, put it back on Jim.
This really reveals how dumb I really am.
That's probably why I do it, honestly. All right, so we did Name That Tune movie studios.
Yes.
And at the time, I had told Jim we had like 18 of them. I was like, we're not doing 18. But we cut it down. We did 6.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, Jim did, 50-50 on that? I think he did 50-50.
Yeah, because I think I got stuck with TriStar for a while, if I remember right. I was like, is this one
You
TriStar?
answered everything TriStar. So we have 12 left. I have these labeled 1 through 12.
Okay.
Jim has no idea which one's which at all. And so the ones that he did prior, they're not in here anymore. They're gone. So now we have 12 new ones in here. So this will be a lot of fun. He's going to pick a number. I'm going to play the clip, and he's got to guess which movie studio it is. So we'll do 6 of these like we did last time. Okay. So 1 through 12, Jim, make your selection.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's go 7.
Number 7. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Don't you dare say TriStar.
I started laughing because I was like, that sounds like TriStar.
Any guess?
I know it.
Yeah. It sounds familiar. It's like, yeah, I know that, but
I do know that.
but can you name it?
I don't think it's Paramount. Is it Paramount?
Wrong.
It is not Paramount. It is Columbia Pictures.
Yes. Yes. That's why I knew it. That's why I knew it. Yep. Okay. Columbia Pictures.
Columbia Pictures.
That's right.
1 through 12. Number 7 is off the board. Pick another one.
Let's do number 8.
Number 8. Here we go. I think most people would say that this one's a gimme, Jim.
Is it 20th Century Fox?
That is correct.
Yes, it is. Good job, man.
Thanks, man.
20th Century Fox. It's kind of a giveaway when the drums kick in, for sure.
Yeah,
but
very much so.
All right. 7 and 8 off the board.
Let's go with number 1.
Ooh, okay. Here we go. Speaking of fanfare.
Is that TriStar?
TriStar's off the board, Jim.
Okay. I was going to say RoboCop the way it started.
Drop it!
That's what I immediately thought of. Gosh, man. Let me ask you, is this a studio still in play?
Yes, it is.
It is, okay. That's not Paramount.
You are one pathetic loser.
That is not Paramount. That was Lionsgate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I knew that.
Well, I just laughed because we just talked about The Condemned, right. And then you said RoboCop, because wasn't the new RoboCop through Lionsgate?
I think it was.
That's funny. All right. Number 1, 7, and 8 are off the board. You got 1 right and you got 2 wrong. You got some chances to make up here, Jim. You got 3 more. Pick you a number.
Let's go with 5.
All right. Number 5.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Went old school on this. It's
definitely old school.
All right, now this one's an old. I'll give you 2 hints. This one's old school, and think martial arts.
No, I was thinking martial arts. I was, but I'm like, I don't know. I know I've heard it.
This was Golden Harvest.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Basically any kung fu movie put out in the mid to late 70s into the early 80s, almost all of them went through Golden Harvest production.
Yes. That's why I was like, I know I've heard this, but it's been a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, a ton of movies came through Golden Harvest. Jerry Weintraub, who ended up being the producer, like Enter the Dragon, worked hand in hand through Hollywood with Golden Harvest, getting a lot of those movies brought overseas. And so, yeah, big studio.
Yeah,
big studio back in the day, for sure.
Okay.
So,
man, okay.
1, 5, 7, and 8 are off the board. Pick another one.
Let's go number 12.
Number 12. Okay, you ready?
I'm going to go DreamWorks.
I know that's right.
That is correct. Good job. Fun fact, that is my favorite studio music and visual when I go to the movie theaters. There's just something like very laid back and peaceful about it.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
It does a really good job of capturing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just everything that they're about. So, yeah.
It has like a really good feel to it. Like it's like when the DreamWorks logo and the music and all of it just kind of pops in together.
Yeah.
It all works really well together. Because we talked about that like with, marketing with DC, with Marvel, and then even with the Mortal Kombat, we got that hanging prominently here in the studio. How just something as simple as the studio image and logo and theme
can help set a tone.
For your movie going experience. And DreamWorks every time gets you in that headspace. So pretty cool.
I agree.
All right. So last one, man. This is your chance to break even here. You got 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 10, and 11 left for your selection. Make your selection for the last one.
Let's go number 10.
Number 10. All right. This is the break even, man. Here we go. I feel like this one's a gimme. You're shaking your head.
I am shaking my head because it's one that I've listened to many a time.
Yes, you have.
And I don't know what it is.
You want me to give you a hint?
Is it TriStar? No.
Would you like a hint?
Yeah.
Okay. The image that you see when this music is playing is more or less an overhead shot of studio lots.
Yeah. But we've already done Universal.
Yeah, Universal's gone. That was in the first run.
Oh, man, oh, man. This isn't Paramount. Paramount's the mountain. Paramount TriStar.
The first time you did this, is this TriStar? This time it's like, is that Paramount?
Mountains and Pegasus. Still thinking about D&D.
Wow. The connections.
Oh, dude. What is it?
Warner Brothers.
Oh, stop it. So stupid. Yes. Yeah, the studio. Yes.
Yes.
Warner Brothers.
Yep.
The lot.
Yep.
The yes.
Yeah, because it fades in. It shows that overhead shot.
Yeah,
it's, like
it's usually like a gold, almost a gold bronze image. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Because when you said that, I was like, yeah, what studio is that? Yeah, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers.
That's
My
funny.
Goodness. Okay. Well, we know that I suck. So now that we've got that out of the way.
You got 4 wrong out of 6. I mean, that's a really good for nothing. That's a really not good at all. Like, it was really, really bad. All right, Jim, I had fun embarrassing you there.
Thank
Anytime I can take advantage of the situation at hand and put a spotlight on you and bring you down to my level, whenever we do the What's in the Box.
I appreciate that.
Which we're going to get to the What's in the Box here in a minute. But first, Jim, we like to talk about current stuff. We like to talk about stuff that we've seen recently.
Yes.
So, let's just do a little movie talk.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I just want to watch my movie.
Jim. That poor kid just wants to watch his movie, man. Did he ever get to watch his movie? That is the question.
That is the question.
It really is. And we have no answers whatsoever. But that's okay. We'll figure it out some other day. Jim, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
You seen any good movies lately?
You know what?
What?
I have.
Cool. What you got?
I've also seen a good TV series.
Okay. TV series, documentaries, D&D, Westerns.
I tried to stay kind of in that vein a little bit. Now, this is a TV series that some might be surprised to hear that I hadn't seen.
Okay.
Until recently. And I say recently, this has been this year.
Right.
It's a little bitty series based on a bunch of books.
Babysitter's Club?
I don't think that's right.
Yes. Finally have gotten to watch some Babysitter. No, this is a series called Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. Sticking with the old D&D theme still, I see.
Yes.
Nothing changes with you on season 2, Jim. Nothing.
So, a little fun fact about Game of Thrones. My wife and I, when it was out, it was big. It was everybody was talking about it.
Yep.
Kind of series. Its genre's Walking Dead, basically. I mean, it was a phenomenon in a sense.
Fair, yes.
I mean, it just seemed like everybody was talking about it.
And the similarities are there. Walking Dead started off as a graphic novel. Huge.
Yeah.
Parlayed into being a very huge TV franchise. Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing with Game of Thrones. Huge book series, huge TV series. What is it, HBO Max? Or
HBO, yeah. And I've thought, I'm going to talk about it because I know that the new kind of the prequel, if you will, is, I think, streaming now or getting ready to come out.
I believe it is, yes.
Yeah. House of Dragon, I think.
I think so, yep.
But anyway, so Game of Thrones, Kylie and I, we knew people that had watched it, whatever.
Right.
And then more recently we have different family members and people that really surprised us that were like, really loved Game of Thrones. We're
right.
Like,
hold on a second.
Yeah, because it was like, wait, I heard it was pretty violent and graphic, and
yes,
there's a lot of things, and some of the people are like,
"You're trying to be so delicate."
Yeah, there's boobs, there's dong, there's everything, blood, it's just everywhere.
I love that you went to boobs and dong.
Boobs, okay. Okay, because the people that I'm thinking
just
about
found the title of our episode. Anyway,
boobs and dong.
Anyway, continue. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. The people that are watching,
the
you're
people
like,
that were, the different circles we're in, and people were talking about like,
right,
yeah, we love Game of Thrones, and you're like, wait, what? Like, everything I've heard, like, you shouldn't be watching that.
Well, it's kind of like whenever you see someone like that's very like low key, like, oh, I love Dexter. Like, what?
Yeah.
A show about a serial killer that you root for? What? Okay. But anyway.
Yeah, like, yeah, Pastor, I don't think you should be telling me that. No. You know, there's people who are like, okay, well, we should probably check it out. Jess for the win.
Super fan, Jess for the win.
She was like, you know what? I have HBO Max and I have all the DVDs. We should watch it together.
Do like you guys did with Stranger Things.
Yeah, so we did that. So we started with Game of Thrones.
Right.
Then we started doing the Marvel movies. And then we went to Stranger Things. So that gives you an idea. Dude, we binged all 8 seasons within like a month and a half.
Holy crap.
Like, I mean, it was hardcore. Because we got hooked pretty quick. Holy shit, man. All
right. Before you go any further, let me just go ahead and say right now. I have never watched a single episode of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Now, that being said, that being said, I get on Facebook to watch videos, and for whatever reason, I get a crap ton of Game of Thrones videos suggested, hey, you should watch this. And so I've seen a ton of Game of Thrones videos, so I know quite a bit about certain parts and certain aspects of the story.
Okay, well,
but to have the full context, no, I have no idea.
So let me just put it this way: I've used many a GIF from Game of Thrones in my communications with people. Had no clue the context of them.
Right.
There's a hot dog GIF, and I'll just leave it at that. The people that've seen Game of Thrones know, like, oh, okay, yeah, and I'll just tell you, it's a terrifying scene. That whole thing is terrifying, where that GIF comes from, and you have a completely different outlook when you see that GIF. But, yeah, Game of Thrones kind of became a cultural phenomenon when it was out, which is why people were like, what, you've never seen it? You got to see this. And everybody I've talked to, when they found out we were watching it for the first time, they were excited, because they're like, I wish I could watch it for the first time again.
Right, yeah, that's kind of been like the ongoing theme as of late. More specifically, the scene from Stranger Things, which we never got to talk about part two of season 4, but the scene with Eddie Munson playing Master of Puppets.
Yes. Percy, this is from you.
That has been one of those scenes that's been discussed that it's like, if there was a scene or one particular scene that you could watch for the first time again and have that same sensation of watching it for the first time, that's one of those scenes.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of people feel the same way about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Kind of like I would use the Eddie Munson scene as an example of what I think of with the Avengers Assemble.
Yes.
I've watched that scene plastered on other videos, like the one where the soccer, soccer video and everybody's in the
everybody
thing cheering.
Loses their shit.
Dude, anytime I see that, I will stop and watch it.
Right.
I know
it's a pivotal scene. You know what's coming, but
just like the way they were, it's like, they captured exactly the moment.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Anyway, yeah, Game of Thrones, man. I'll just say, like I said earlier, holy shit, man. It was so good. It really was good. It's one of those that I understand why Just for the Win bought the DVDs.
Right.
I kind of want to watch them again.
Right.
But there is so much. The storytelling, the depth of the character development.
It's ridiculous. Because you're not talking about just like a handful of characters. There's like dozens upon dozens of characters.
No, yeah.
That have deep
like,
storylines.
Jess was always saying, don't fall in love with anybody.
right. Because anybody could die at any moment.
Yes. There are some amazing actors.
Yep. Quite a who's who, really.
Really, there is. The richness, like I said, of the characters, of the world building, just everything, man. There's so many twists and turns, and it takes you on such a roller coaster ride of emotions. Yeah, you become attached to some of these characters, and then you're like, holy shit.
I never was I wasn't interested in seeing Game of Thrones. I won't say that style, I'll just say that genre, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like I've kind of outgrown that.
Sure.
You know, that was something I would have been way into probably 15, 20 years ago. Not so much now. But I will say this. If there's one person who has kind of gotten into my head about I should watch this, it's Peter Dinklage playing Tyrion Lannister.
Well, and
on Game of Thrones, just because I am a huge fan of Peter Dinklage. I think he is fantastic. And every scene that I've seen him in, he literally steals the scene. Like,
Yes.
I want to watch it just because of him.
Yes. Dude, there's just certain characters you're just like, man, I just want more of this story.
Right.
I understand the kind of dismissal of because of the genre. Because, it's kind of, you're like, okay, it's a sword and sorcery type of thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're all kind of dime a dozen. No.
But this has an attitude and a grit to it.
Yes. It's just a good series all around.
Gotcha.
I think you should watch it. And when you do, you need to let me know so I can come over. I will gladly watch it with you.
You're right. You're not guilty of your father's crimes. And I'm not beholden to my ancestors' vows.
Then why are you here?
Because I need your help, and you need mine.
Did you see 3 dragons flying overhead when you arrived?
I did.
And did you see the Dothraki? All of whom have sworn to kill for me.
They're hard to miss.
But still, I need your help.
Because right now, you and I and Cersei and everyone else, we're children playing at a game screaming that the rules aren't fair.
You told me you liked this man.
I do.
In the time since he's met me, he's refused to call me queen, he's refused to bow, and now he's calling me a child.
I believe he's calling all of us children. Figure of speech.
Your Grace, everyone you know will die before winter's over if we don't defeat the enemy to the north.
As far as I can see, you are the enemy to the north.
I'm not your enemy. The dead are the enemy.
So, Brian.
Yeah.
40 minutes later of Game of Thrones talk there. Have you seen any good movies lately?
Sure.
Oh, boy. Okay.
No, here, I'll tell you what. I'm going to talk about a movie, but I didn't watch all of it. I came into it, my wife had started watching it, and I came into it maybe 15, 20 minutes in. So I didn't get to catch the whole thing, but I caught enough of it to get the gist of it. And it was actually a pretty decent movie. It's a little movie called St. Vincent. It's a Bill Murray film.
St. Vincent.
Mm-hmm. Came out in 2014.
Okay.
So before the world absolutely collapsed. Still collapsing. It's got Bill Murray, Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, okay.
Terrence Howard, Jaden Martell, who you may not recognize that name, but he played young Bill in the Stephen King's It movies, the newer ones.
Okay.
He was also in Knives Out, becoming quite a nice young actor. Actually, he was in Metal Lords too. We talked about that on here. He was the one who plays the drums. St. Vincent, man, I tell you what, interesting film. The only way I can really describe it is to talk about each individual character and what they bring to the story. Bill Murray plays this guy named Vincent, who is a drunk, a gambler, a lowlife, a piece of trash. Just one of these guys that you would not give the time of day to, just because he's one of those dudes. He's a user. He's always scheming kind of deal.
Okay.
Melissa McCarthy is fresh off of a divorce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe her husband had been cheating on her. Mm. She works as a nurse at the hospital. And so now it's just her and her kid. Jaden Martell plays her son. She's transitioned. She's moved in this place. She ends up moving right next door to Vincent.
Okay.
And she finds herself in a tough spot where she's trying to figure out childcare while she's at work and all this stuff. And then, so
I can see where this is going.
She kind of needs Vincent to kind of keep an eye on him, just, but Vincent's looking at a way just to get a quick payday.
Sure.
He's like, hey, you pay me, I'll watch the kid. You ain't got to worry about it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, in the process of doing that, he starts teaching the kid like all kinds of crazy stuff, like
stuff he probably shouldn't be teaching.
This is not like a PG film. So, I mean, it's a PG-13 film. It doesn't push it too far, but like he's taking him to the track. He's teaching him how to fight. He's teaching him all kinds of stuff, right? Naomi Watts is in it. She plays kind of like a call girl who is sort of Vincent's girlfriend, on again, off again kind of thing. She ends up pregnant. I don't really know if it's Vincent's or not. But so you can see where like some of the tensions in the story are already being created, right?
Yeah.
Well, the kid, he goes to this school. I believe it's like a Catholic school. And Chris O'Dowd plays one of the priests there, one of the teachers in this school. And he gives the kids a project where they have to do a report about a saint, like one of the many saints, and they have to write a report about it.
Okay.
Well, over the course of the film, you start finding out more and more about Vincent and his backstory and why he is who he is.
All right.
And his backstory. And there's a lot of drama and a lot of depth there because he is essentially a guy he's gone through a lot of stuff. And in a way, he's kind of given up on life.
Okay.
And so now he's at that point where he's just kind of coasting, doing whatever the hell he wants to do just to get through his days.
Gotcha.
And so this kid who spends all this time with him, he sees all this. He sees beyond the surface kind of thing. He gets the idea to write his story about Saint Vincent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because his whole point is a saint can be anybody.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a religious tone to it on certain
sure.
aspects of it, but it's not over the head.
Right.
It's got a lot of really funny dialogue. It's got a lot of really funny beats. It's got a lot of really intense, dramatic moments. It was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Like it was a really entertaining, really good movie. Thought-provoking, kind of tugs at your heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah.
And you probably cry in the final scene. I'll just throw it out there.
Okay.
You probably will cry once you've gone on the journey and you get to the end. It was really good.
Well, I'm intrigued by it for sure. I mean, obviously we've talked about my history in the church world and stuff like that, but I think in anything where a film can capture working and playing in those tensions well and of challenging some preconceived ideas, I think is always a good thing. So the fact that Bill Murray's in it, I think would be a lot of fun. And Melissa McCarthy, heck yeah, dude.
We've talked about how I feel about Melissa McCarthy. I absolutely love her.
Yeah.
She plays the role really well. It's just kind of the type of mom who does a really good job of burying all the BS emotionally that's right there under the surface for the sake of what she has to do.
Right, for her son.
Yeah, and then so there's that fragility there that she's dancing on that line of trying to keep her shit together, but then also like wanting to explode.
Yeah.
So I dug it. I thought it was really good.
I can't see how at all you'd relate to that.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jim.
A saint is a human being we celebrate for the sacrifices that they make, for their commitment to making the world a better place.
Why is he mowing your dirt patch?
I'm showing him how the world works. You work, you get paid, you drink.
Are you drinking alcohol?
I honestly don't remember.
All right, man, that was some good movie chat right there, my friend. Talk about a very big series and a very good movie, I think. And so we give some suggestions out there for people to check out. All right, now let's get on to the meat and potatoes of the show, Jim. We're a movie review podcast. It's what we specialize in. It's what we do. It's our job, Jim. It's our civic duty, if you will.
I think so.
We're trying to get me caught up on the movies that I've never seen that I definitely should have already seen. And when we last left off, I gave Jim some categories.
Yeah, you did.
What were the categories and which one did you pick?
Well, everything we do is dumb.
Right.
Just wanted to,
it's been a very dumb season, it seems like. It's
Try smarter is what we should have said.
That's right.
Okay, so here's the deal. The categories you gave me were Jim Carrey, Gene Hackman, and then Clint Eastwood Westerns.
Which I thought for sure, just because you were on that Western kick there for a while.
Yeah.
I
still like Westerns.
I know you do. That's why I put it out there.
Here's the thing, and I think I said it on the last episode. When you put Jim Carrey out there, man.
I know, there's certain buzzwords. Jim Carrey, Robin Williams.
Yeah. Jim Carrey.
Filthy comedy. What?
Yeah. Jim Carrey was very, very influential in a large portion of my life. Yeah, so I mean, Jim Carrey, man, like the moment you said, I'm like, yep, Jim Carrey, let's do it. And then you go and disappoint everybody by putting these on your list.
Yeah.
They're non-essential Jim Carrey movies that everyone has seen. First one on your list for that was The Mask. 1994 action comedy starring Jim Carrey.
Who?
Cameron Diaz.
Who?
Directed by Chuck Russell. 6 wins, 21 nominations. Next one is Bruce Almighty. 2003 comedy fantasy. Jim Carrey, Jennifer Aniston.
Who?
Morgan Freeman.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah,
I think he's done some commercials.
I'll say he's kind of a big deal in this movie. Directed by Tom Shadyac. 7 wins, 9 nominations. And then me, myself, and Irene. 2000 comedy, also starring Jim Carrey.
Who?
Renee Zellweger, directed by Bobby and Peter Farrelly. Had 2 wins and 4 nominations. Brian.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Oh, what's in the box?
Here you go, sir. The box is for you.
Feels a little heavier than normal.
Does it?
Maybe just because I haven't lifted in a while.
Because you're out of shape.
Or the weight of the movie in here. Maybe we'll see what's in here. Okay, shut up. Really? Really?
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, yeah?
Because out of those three, this is the one I actually least expected.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I also understand. So, the movie is Me, Myself, and Irene.
You're just shaking your head.
Okay.
You're like, I'm not surprised, but you're over shaking your head.
Well, okay, here's what I mean. Like, out of all of the Jim Carrey movies, there's two movies. This one, and there's one other one. That...
What's the other one?
I don't want to say. The one movie that I have not seen of Jim Carrey, the one that I can say I have not seen, is Cable Guy. That's the one I haven't seen.
Right.
Me, Myself, and Irene, I've seen it. I have thoughts. So, out of all of them,
yeah,
though that's the one that like people don't really point to. There's a cult following of it as far as Jim Carrey fans. They're like, oh, I love that one. Well, and then there's others that are like, eh.
It's funny that you mention that you say it, that you frame it in that way.
Yeah.
That you feel like most Jim Carrey fans would not point to this one.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much shit I have taken over not seeing this film.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
By a number of people.
Have you not seen any of it?
None
you don't
of
know
it.
any context for
no,
it? Okay.
No clue. I have no context for it whatsoever. I don't know anything about it. I'm assuming with what we see on the cover here with the split, he's smiling on one side and he's pissed on the other.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a split personality kind of thing. I'm assuming, but beyond that, no clue. But yes, I have taken a beating, verbal beating, a number of times from various people over having never seen this film.
Yeah.
And so I figure, well, what the hell? Go ahead and knock it off the list.
I will say it's one of those I'm excited to watch because I don't remember as much from this one as I do the other two.
Gotcha.
Because it wasn't one that I watched on repeat.
Gotcha.
Whereas the other ones I've seen multiple times.
I gotcha. All right.
So
cool deal.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go watch the film, Me, Myself, and Irene. That way we can take that one off my list, Jim. I haven't seen it before. You were shaking your head. I've gotten so much crap from this, so it's time to right that wrong. Time to do that. And that's where we invite you guys, the listeners, to do the same thing. Go and get your copy of Me, Myself, and Irene. Pop it in DVD player. Stream it. If you don't have a copy already, scroll down in our movie notes that we have on the show, our little show notes there. Halfway down where it says what's in the box, you see it. It's right there. Right there. Just click on the little link right there and it'll take you to Amazon and you can get yourself a copy of Me, Myself, and Irene. Watch it. Take some notes. Maybe eat some popcorn.
Yeah.
Maybe eat some Reese's Pieces. Maybe drink a Coke or 12.
Yeah.
Then come back with us after you're all wired and jacked up from watching the film and compare your notes with us and see how you feel about it versus how I feel about it. And we're going to talk about it. Spoilers are coming, obviously, on the back half. So we're going to go do that right now, and we will see you guys here in a little bit. So right about now, you guys are expecting a montage of clips from the movie Me, Myself, and Irene. Well, that's not going to happen. And after you listen to the back half, you'll understand why. Let's just say the movie didn't inspire enough effort on my part to create a montage. Enjoy the back half.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
We're back.
Yes, we are. Just felt the need to reiterate that.
I did.
We're back.
Yeah. Oh, man.
These late Friday nights, man.
I know it. Well, I was going to say, I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a lot of notes.
Okay.
Usually late Friday nights on the back half. We might be milking this longer than it should.
Oh, terrible, Jim.
I know.
Ugh.
Go ahead and bring the milk joke
Milking
in already.
it.
There's a lot of milk references.
You mentioned that before we turned the mics back on the back half here. There, oddly enough,
I didn't think about it until I start reflecting more. I'm like, wow.
A running gag that was a subtle running gag. I don't know how I feel about that, but it was there. Yes.
This movie brought to you by Prairie Farms. No. Okay, so, man.
Yeah.
We like comedy.
Yes.
And we like movies.
Yes, we do.
And sometimes we like comedy movies.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Jim Carrey.
Right, yeah.
Most people are.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, we've talked before about what you look for in comedy movies. And so, I I don't know what kind of comedy you would call this. A little bit of slapstick, a little bit of romantic, it's a Jim Carrey comedy. We'll just call it that.
Well, it's a Farrelly Brothers movie, is what it is. So it's got literally the kitchen sink. And then you throw a big personality like Jim Carrey right in the middle of it. It's kind of like a hurricane.
Yeah, like a Hurricane Irene.
Jim Miller's on fire tonight. Wow.
Yeah. So, let's talk about this hurricane, this whirlwind, this movie. Let's just talk about Jim Carrey, because that's the topic, right?
It is.
What do you come to expect from Jim Carrey, and more so a Jim Carrey movie?
Pushing the envelope is probably the best way to describe what my expectations are with regard to Jim Carrey, specifically with comedy, because there is a line that he likes to do a mariachi tap dance right along, and then also do some backflips over to the other side and work his way back. That's kind of Jim Carrey's style. He will push the boundaries of humor and situational humor and just the overall boundaries of the story. That's what he does.
Yeah.
So he delivered that.
Okay.
He did that.
Yeah.
Did I like it? We'll see.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Once you've seen one Jim Carrey movie, some would argue you've seen most of them.
I take issue with that statement.
And I do too, because there are a lot of them that he's shined in different ways.
Absolutely.
But I think when it comes to full-on comedy, some of this that would say there's certain tropes, certain things that you're like, this is Jim Carrey. That's Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey.
Okay.
When I watch this film, I see some of that. But one thing that I saw more, I think, in this film was kind of a callback to his older days with In Living Color.
Okay.
Just some of the dynamic of the humor and some of the stuff. I think there was definitely some embracing of some of that. So,
okay. I can see that, yeah.
Playing in the world that In Living Color played well in. Right? Especially because back in, early 90s and stuff like that, they're just... In Living Color was... I don't know. I look at it as it's a Saturday Night Live for everybody else. Like
that's fair.
For the everyday person.
That's fair.
Right?
It was a new alternative to Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
It was something different, something fresh, something with a little bit of a new twist to it.
Yes.
And in the middle of a very overt layer of a hip-hop vibe.
Yes.
You had this tall, lanky white dude who's a comedian.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But it fits. It worked.
It worked. And I think it was because he wasn't afraid to play in areas that a lot of people would be uncomfortable in.
Right.
Especially like a Saturday Night Live.
Well, and that ties into that whole idea of, what we come to expect with Jim Carrey, specifically in comedy.
Yeah.
Pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Pushing the levels. Going just a little bit further.
Yeah.
Not being afraid to go all the way out there. I mean, it's almost like, hey, Jim, here's the script. Okay, go out there and do your thing and give us some feedback. And his feedback is, I give zero fucks. I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
And just make sure the camera's rolling and capture all of it. And then you can edit it all later.
Yeah.
Kind of like almost the same way like with Robin Williams, how he used to be. He would go off on tangents just because that's how his mind worked. It was like this innate thing where the joke was there, or the joke was forming, or the idea was forming, and rather than lose it, I'm going to get it out.
Yeah.
That way it's already out there, and then if you need to, we'll trim it up later, but at least I got it out of my head.
Right. Yeah, and everyone gets to watch it, the creative process work. Right?
Yes.
I'll be honest, there wasn't a ton of fun facts about this film.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's because just the way of Googling it, or whatever. It seemed like when I typed in like fun facts about me, myself, and Irene, things like that, it kept bringing me to blogs about me and myself. It's like, no, like, what are you not understanding here?
Right.
It's a movie rep, but so the few things that I did come across, there were a few, things you would expect from comedy, especially a big personality like Jim Carrey. There's a couple of improv moments that Jim Carrey kind of threw some people off on.
Okay.
And were captured on film. One of the big ones was as he was getting ready to leave the house, and he asked his sons for a kiss.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you reflect back on that scene.
Yeah.
where he's like getting ready to leave, and he says, well, give me a kiss. You could tell that some of them were kind of like caught off guard.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. They're like, what?
Like,
what?
it was kind of awkwardly caught. Yeah, because that was completely improv.
I can see that. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that because there was some trepidation. Like, what?
Like, we don't do this. What do you, yeah. So that was one piece. So if you see the awkwardness, it was legit awkwardness because they're like, whoa, wait, what are we? I guess we're kissing him on the cheek. And then the other part was when he and Renee were pushing the car off the cliff.
Okay.
And he was supposed to count to 9.
Yeah.
And he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like push it real quick.
Yeah.
I guess it caught Renee Zellweger off. Like she wasn't expecting it to happen so quickly, like the way he did it.
That's funny.
So yeah, there's little moments like that were kind of like, okay, that's fun.
When that happened, that scene particularly, I was like, what? What?
I was looking, there's some deleted scenes, and apparently when he talks about the wallet,
yeah,
there was apparently another scene that took off where they were going to, I don't know if he jumps in the water, they were talking about jumping in the water, and I think that's where they flesh out his fear of water and of swimming.
I was wondering, because there was no payoff.
Yes.
It was literally like, hey, did you happen to grab a wallet off the dash? And then the next scene, they're just walking
through the woods.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that was an odd cut.
I bring that up because obviously the fear of water plays a huge role later on.
They never really fleshed that out in the movie, did they?
They really didn't. They alluded to it in the beginning.
The very beginning, and because the voiceover guy was like, well, I'm getting way ahead of myself here or whatever, but then they never came back to it.
Yeah, and I think the original, they was supposed to have a scene where he basically was going to dive in and stuff, and they were, I guess, had a conversation about that.
Right.
There's a couple scenes that I was reading about that were cut. There was another one. I had asked you if you noticed a watermelon in a scene.
Yeah, I did not notice the watermelon. You were chucking like big time over it.
Well, because when I read why there was a watermelon in the scene, I was like, okay. So in the motel, where she comes and she comes back and finds finds him laying in bed
next to her
mugshot and a lube bottle, basically,
hand lotion and a lot of used Kleenex. Yes.
Well, apparently, when he jumps out of the bed, there was supposed to be a watermelon that fell out with a hole in it.
Now, that's what I love about watermelon.
Well, they ended up cutting that scene because I guess not too long before this came out, American Pie came out, and they didn't want to feel like they were still in the whole thing. But in the scene where the pullback, you kind of get more of a shot of the hotel, you can see a random watermelon sitting on the floor.
Okay.
That's why that's in the scene. It was one of those, it was just in the shot, but yeah. So there's little things like that where I'm reading and I'm going, I feel like some of these scenes that I was reading about, deleted scenes, kind of actually were important to the story, but...
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is a big gag guy. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Very much physical comedy.
Right.
Even in his stand-up days.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's known for, right? That's what made him big. The scene where he gets kicked in the face.
Yeah, and goes over the rail.
That's straight up him.
I could tell.
Yeah, definitely not a stunt double. He was pretty insistent on doing that. So.
Well, I mean, yeah. Because it would look weird if they did like a weird cutaway.
Right.
And then you see a stunt guy going, no, I mean...
Yeah.
He's crazy. At least you don't ever have to wonder, like, oh, I wonder if he did that. No, you can tell he did it.
Tell
that was definitely him.
Yeah, I guess there was a mattress kind of near the bottom of the hill where he bounced up off of.
Oh, okay.
Come back in the scene.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah.
I'm just going to ask, do you have any notes over there?
I got some notes, yeah.
Okay. Let's just go through your notes. I don't have a lot of questions, man. I don't know. I just want you to...
Okay, well, first note that I wrote down, I did not care for the voiceover.
Okay.
I feel like it took me out of scenes rather than adding to... I know what they were trying to do, kind of like low-key rip-off of...
The Big Lebowski?
Basically, yeah. It really was. Like, I mean, because you think about it, Coen Brothers had Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Farrelly Brothers have whoever the hell this guy was.
Yeah.
It just didn't fit with the film.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it. It felt like it took away from the scenes that it was meant to add. And it didn't add anything. It took away. It was like, oh, God, I really have to listen to this guy talk?
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about putting a voiceover in, just give us the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would have played into, like, also, like, these extra deleted scenes that got cut. If you're cutting for time here, you're not going to have time for this, but then let's put a voiceover in. It's like, God, I did not care for it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I made a note towards the end. I was like, this movie needs to make up its mind. You were sitting there talking before we started getting really into this back half. You were talking about how it's like, it's a comedy, it's slapstick, it's got a little drama, it's got a little bit of this. You know, it's like, okay, that's great if you have all those elements, but where's your cohesiveness to draw it all together?
Yeah.
And it just dawned on me, like, we've had conversations like this before about movies, and I know the idea is to not take it so seriously, but at the end of the day, we always talk about story. I mean, hell, we had the same conversation on Anchorman.
Right.
Way back in the archive.
Almost a similar voiceover, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty much, except that was Bill Curtis, who is the voice of a freaking god. I can let that one slide. But we had the same conversation then. It's like, okay, you have all this silly stuff going on. You have this outlandish story happening. Where's the cohesiveness of your story?
Right.
Or are you just going to focus mainly on sight gags and silly stuff to push your story along?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what happened here. It's the same thing that happened here like it did with Anchorman. Like there was some stuff that was just so outlandishly stupid that you're just like, what?
Yeah. For example?
The damn cow. I mean, it's the cow. Like,
yeah. Yeah. No, I'm in agreement.
What?
Just say it, Brian. You know you want to.
No, it's just... What?
It's utter nonsense.
I hate everything you just said.
Jim.
All right, moving right along.
Jim. What's the theme of season 2?
We're going to try harder.
We're going to try harder.
Sorry.
You should try harder.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
Look, man, the cow scene, it was ridiculous, is what it was.
Yeah.
The only tie-in that scene actually had was how they just casually mention it towards the end.
Right.
He shot a cow 6 times in the head or whatever, you know? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
There was really no need for it.
Yeah. No,
at all. I don't really know what else to say about the cow scene other than it was just silly.
Yeah.
It was a silly sight gag. It went on entirely too long. It paid off nothing other than they casually use it to describe how crazy he is. That's it. And it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And then to have the stupid little callback at the end when the cow's got a neck brace. It's dumb. It's just dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb.
I'm in agreement. It was one of those that, like, it was so stupid that I did start laughing because it was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not good stupid, though.
Right. It should have been done and they should have moved on.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be bringing the cow back into this, honestly.
A good example of good stupid is the boys flying the plane over at the end with the proposal on it. Will you marry me, bitch?
Yeah.
Because it's just, you're not expecting it.
Right. Yeah.
You're not, like, no, in your head, you're like, okay, it's going to say, will you marry me?
Right, yeah.
You don't think it's going to say, will you marry me, bitch? And we both were like, what? It was so stupid, it was funny.
Right.
The cow scene was so stupid, it was redundant.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, it's a worthless scene. It means nothing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like, stuff like that, and then...
The drinking of the milk?
Yes, like... I get the idea of what they're trying to do.
Right.
They're trying to show the polar opposite extremes of the two characteristics within him.
Right.
I get that.
But, yeah, you're taking a kid off of a nursing kid.
Yeah.
And, like, with a woman on a park bench. It wasn't really... It did not really... There's no point.
It was stupid.
There's no point.
It was stupid.
Yeah. And then to have the Milk's mustache as he's driving through the barber shop was not funny at all. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Because it was dumb.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Yeah.
I don't condone this, all right? But basically, like, waterboarding the kid in the fountain, I thought that was funny.
Right.
But then you, like, the stuff with the drinking the milk straight from the mother. And yeah, like, again, like I said, I get what they were trying to do. I didn't care for it. It was just like, whatever. It was like, this is like peak stupidity is what it is. And it's like, okay, I've definitely found my threshold. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Okay. What other, yeah. What other notes do you have over there?
Honestly, I only have one other note.
Okay.
At one point, I just wrote, "This is not good." It just wasn't good. Yeah. And a lot of it, honestly, it's Jim Carrey. It's comedy.
Sure.
It's an outlandish story. It's stupid. So you're going to have all that dumb stuff. Okay, great. Whatever. Right. Fine. Whatever. But let's get beyond that and get to the story. I can overlook all that silly shit if you give me a good story.
Right.
Same thing with Anchorman. I can overlook all the silly, dumb stuff that's in Anchorman if you give me a good story.
Yeah.
I don't think they executed the story well in Anchorman.
Yeah.
The story in this, there's holes in the whole damn thing.
Right. It was more like from gag to gag is what it felt like.
That's really all it was. Look, the underlying story is these group of corrupt people think that Irene saw something or heard something that she wasn't supposed to. They never paid that off.
Yeah.
They never did. They didn't do anything with it. She kept saying, I haven't heard anything. I don't know anything. Why not have her accidentally have stumbled upon something and she didn't even realize it? And then later on, oh, this happened here and I remember this conversation. So that means blah, blah, blah. And that ties in with whatever.
Yeah.
But they didn't do any of that. Like, she literally the whole entire time didn't know shit. And so they're chasing her for no reason. And even that doesn't even get fleshed out. You have this silly, stupid interaction on this rickety-ass bridge where he gets his thumb shot off.
Were you expecting that?
Of course. Of course. It's another one of those films where we have spent the majority of our time concentrating on sight gags and stupidity, and story be damned.
Yeah.
So the thing that most people come to the table for, a story, you just basically said, whatever, we don't really need a story. It's weak.
Yeah.
It was weak. I won't even say like concept was great. It really wasn't. Because you didn't have any way of rounding it out.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. And again, it was just another story of just like happenstance and circumstantial shit that just happens along the way. It wasn't anything like great. It really wasn't. I don't know.
So let's talk about story. I'm just going to be honest. More so, I want to push and challenge you on the back half usually to pause and think about the film a little bit, right? Yeah. Because I know if we went just based on initial feelings, then sometimes I think scores would be different, and you've talked about that before. And so I usually try to be very, I don't want to say diplomatic, but I want to kind of...
Unless it's Rosemary's Baby.
Right. Like, I mean, Rosemary's Baby, we tag team an ass whooping, no doubt.
No doubt at all.
This is one of those films which I knew the moment honestly, my heart sank a little bit when I saw it. I'm going to be honest, when I saw it in the box. But it was like, okay, cool. And then after watching, I was like, yeah, I remember why I kind of forgotten about this movie.
Right.
Not a huge fan.
Right.
Just not. It's not Jim Carrey's best by any means.
Right. Well, so, and it's funny that you're talking about this because now I'm in a position where I'm looking back at all the people who have given me grief about having not seen this movie. And now I'm like, what's the appeal?
Is it the same people that really gave you a hard time about Super Troopers?
Yeah. Now that you mention it. I'm starting to think.
It's a similar style comedy.
Terrible? Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's very, like, kind of just, kind of the middle school humor almost a little bit. The frat boy humor a little bit.
It's kind of an insult to middle schoolers.
Well,
really.
Sorry. Yeah, and frat boys. I'm sorry, guys. All you middle schoolers out there listening to us.
There's so many.
I think there's some things, though, about the story that could have been good, right? Like, I mean, they kind of set it up where you like, okay, there's real nice guy. He's just, small town, well-liked because he's a nice guy. Right? And then his new bride basically sleeping around on him, and it's pretty evident in this small little town that those aren't his kids. And, so like he's still trying to be the nice guy, do the right thing, and then something finally snaps in him. Right? So like that concept and that idea, it's like, okay, I could maybe see.
It's not bad.
But it's very...
It's everything.
But it is bad. It's not bad.
It is. No, it is. It's not bad and it is bad at the same time. No, there are aspects of the structure that could be used and could work. But I think by taking the story and having it in such a situational way where it's so out there and outlandish, and then amplifying that by putting Jim Carrey in the role, you have nowhere to go but to crazy land with the story overall.
Yeah.
I think the story would have played better if someone else had been in the role that wasn't so out there.
Over the top.
That wasn't so over the top.
Yeah.
That wasn't so pushing the boundaries.
Right.
I think if it was more subtle, like I think there's a way that you could do this style of film,
right,
where you can play on some of the ridiculousness of the idea of a person just bouncing in and out of personalities.
Right.
I think you can do that, but I don't think you can do it over the top, because when you do it over the top, then it becomes ridiculous.
Right.
I think it has to be played subtle and smart.
Yeah.
The only way you can do a story like this and it actually means something and be successful.
Yeah. Well, and so talking about the first part where the setup and then where kind of the breakdown and stuff, I think that from a story standpoint is good. Now, like you said, I think it's all lost because it's Jim Carrey.
Absolutely.
And it's slapstick. But then the second piece of that, right, is this idea of this woman comes into the picture. She's a damsel in distress. And she somehow, some way is supposed to bring him more fully both personalities. Yeah. That's the whole concept of the movie.
Right.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like that second piece gets lost, like you were saying, because the story, it's nothing. Like, it's not even believable or convincing that, once you get to the, will you marry me, bitch? It's not, at that point, it's just like, this is what,
yeah, there's only like,
there's nothing, why? Because he had a dildo in the motel room? Like,
it doesn't come full circle with regard to rounding out that aspect of the story to where you believe it when it gets to the end.
So, like, you can see where the story gets lost really quick. Like, it gets disjointed and stuff about that point. Like, just kind of, but like you said, I think it is because it's comedy.
Well,
but then you add Jim Carrey.
It's an outlandish story, and you add Jim Carrey to it. So the outlandish ridiculousness of the story gets amplified by 20 just by having him in the billing.
Yeah.
And like I said, if somebody else had been in the role and had it more low key, it probably could have worked.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I still think the structure of the script needed to be better. I still think with regard to them trying to track her down, like, here's the thing. The way the story runs, because of his dual personality, he becomes a criminal. He becomes a part of the target. Like they're not just looking for her now.
Right.
They're looking for both of them because he's crazy, or he has one half of his personality that's crazy, so he can't be trusted. So now he's put on the same plane as a criminal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What they should have done, they should have made it to where they were heavy on blaming her or looking for her as a quote unquote criminal.
Right.
And his dual personality should have been used in a way to where it's the only way to protect her, is how it should have been done, rather than a hindrance against him. Because that's how it ends up being played. Like, they're trying to make him out to be like he's crazy or whatever and all this stuff. Whenever it should have been, their focus is on her, but because of his dual personality, he can bounce between the two. He gives the calm nature of Charlie and then crazy, outlandish, ballsy version of Hank.
Right.
To where the two work together to protect her.
Yeah.
To get her through the thing.
Yeah.
And then I think that would have played better with your story rather than just having all this outlandish, silly shit.
Right. Yeah.
And then with regard to that, then that opens it up to where she's more receptive to the positive side, but then she sees this dark side. And so it creates that edge. Like, I don't know.
But then she kind of likes the edge.
She kind of likes it, but then she's also kind of put off by it because she doesn't know if she can trust him or not because of it. But she really digs the positive side because it's more of an even keel side that she needs to her life.
Yeah.
And then on the backside of that also, there has to be something that connects her with the group of bad people that are trying to come after her instead of just... She doesn't know anything, and it's just they're just chasing her the whole movie just to chase her the whole movie.
Yeah,
I just feel like there was things that needed to be done to the story and to the characters to give it a little more life, and rather than just let's see what dumb shit we can do in the
let's
next.
Put everything
scene.
in a blender and see what comes out. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that's how I felt about it.
Okay, what do you think about the music?
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was so taken aback by how dumb a lot of the scenes were.
Yeah.
I didn't even pay any attention to the music, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like it was like every song that was popular in that day. That
right.
Era. No, I was actually going to ask you what your ranking was, and I thought, I'll ask something different. Gotta, like I said, extend this out a little bit, right? No. Yeah, man, so what's your ranking?
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Well, so we've had a fairly decent run on season 2.
We have.
Of pretty good movies. And I was really hoping to keep that streak going. I was really hoping that we could. I just don't see that happening on this episode, Jim. Man, okay, this movie was not good. Yeah. It just was not. It had a couple of funny moments here and there, but like you said, not Jim Carrey's best. Mm-hmm. And they relied on too much stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point of the thing with the chin?
Oh, yeah, I guess apparently there was a whole big scene about the butt chin. That was the other thing. The deleted scenes, there were so many that as I'm reading about the deleted scenes, I'm like, I feel like that was more essential to be in the movie than the shooting of a cow. You know what I mean? Like, right, there's certain things, or like you said, like with the having the narrator, there's certain things it's like they spent so much time on.
Right.
Then I think on the cutting room floor, they're like, okay, well, we can cut that out. No, we can
So there was a scene that addressed that? Because it made like no sense why he would have that.
Yeah, like it was, because they talk about it in the car, like he got you plastic surgery done on your nose and thought you needed a stronger chin. But then they don't talk about it at all. He's just wearing that around his chin the rest of the time.
Right.
But I think there's a scene that actually shows, like, he looks in the mirror or something and sees that he has a butt chin, and that's why he keeps the thing on. And there are, to me, pivotal scenes that were just deleted. Just cut out. And I think that also adds to the disjointedness of the film.
Gotcha. That's definitely true, because I did feel like there was a lot of sections of the movie that were lacking.
Yeah, it just seemed like the cuts were off, the cuts were a little weird. I don't know. I feel like I've seen some of the deleted scenes where there's more of a full-on Clint Eastwood vibes going on with
with the voice and everything.
With him, pulling. I think he pulled somebody over at one point. Like, there's different scenes where, like, kind of extended cuts and things that you get more of the
here's the
Clint
thing.
Eastwood. Like,
I'll get to my ranking here in a minute, but here's the thing. Like, if you're going to do a take on Jekyll and Hyde, which is basically what this is.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what this is.
When Mr. Hyde comes out, he's got to be Mr. Hyde.
Right.
He can't just be attitude. And Mr. Hyde in this version, and Me, Myself, and Irene, he was all talk and had nothing to back it up with.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the point, but cinematically it looks dumb. Because then you have this guy who talks a hot game, but he can't back it up for shit.
Right.
And I guess in a way that's like kind of the point, because like this attitude that he has buried deep inside of him, I guess that's the overall meaning. It gets him in trouble because he's the one who bears the brunt whenever Hank goes away and it's just Charlie.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, look, it's a Farrelly Brothers film. It's Me, Myself, and Irene. It's Jim Carrey. Let's not make it a deep character study here, okay?
Because split personality?
Look, you literally put a gag in there where he wakes up after a night of using a dildo on himself. So you can't really like get too deep with this.
No, you didn't.
No pun intended. So, yeah, man, this was not good. This was not a good movie. I think I might actually not like this more than Dark Crimes, which is saying a lot because Dark Crimes sucked. Yeah, man, I think I'm going to have to, I'm going to do it.
Open bar, dude.
Wow.
Open bar, dude. It's a 1. I'm giving it a 1 R scale. The new one used to be Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
But then we watched Super Troopers, and that movie sucked so bad that we had to use it as a replacement.
Dude, Where's My Car look good? Huh?
Yeah, it made Dude, Where's My Car look good. So this was not good. It just wasn't good. No flow, terrible editing, piss poor choices and structure of story, and relied way, way, way too much on sight gags and stupidity to push it along, and it didn't even help.
Yeah.
Like, literally the funniest thing in the whole entire goddamn movie was Will You Marry Me, Bitch? Yeah. And that was at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then it had a post-credit scene that we're standing here, we're just kind of waiting for the, it'd be done. And there's a post-credit scene that was pointless.
Yeah.
This is pointless. Why have it on there?
Yeah.
So,
looking for the thumb.
Yeah. Just, anyway, It's a 1 on our scale. Super Troopers is a terrible movie. I don't recommend watching this. And to all the people out there who gave me shit about having not ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene, you can go to hell. Because this movie sucked, and how dare you pass judgment on me? I literally could have gone the rest of my life and not watched this, and I would have been fine. But because of you guys, you made me feel guilty, and I threw it on here so we could get it off my list, and boy, was that a mistake. So,
I think that's fair. I think it is fair. Like I said before, This is not, when I think of Jim Carrey, I do not think of this movie.
Well, I certainly will not think of this movie.
And I think that's the shame. We see Jim Carrey when he's been good. I mean, there are movies. Liar Liar is an amazing movie, and there's a lot of Liar Liar pieces in here of him beating himself up and things, right? Like, I'm a huge fan of Ace Ventura, and more so Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, mainly because that is a nostalgic piece for me, because my sister and I can quote the entire movie. But, The Mask, huge fan of that. Bruce Almighty, huge fan of that. Dumb and Dumber, obviously. But for whatever reason, this is not good.
And the fact that it's a Farrelly Brothers movie who have had success doing comedy films.
Yes. Like Something About Mary.
And to put
Kingpin.
put this film out in its state that they put it out in.
Yeah.
Really, guys?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. But no, this was terrible.
Yeah.
It was a terrible movie.
Okay, so you got any recommendations?
I'm going to go with a TV series. I haven't finished it yet. I'm a little over halfway through it, but
a movie's bad if
a movie's bad if I'm recommending
a show
yes.
you haven't finished yet.
Right? Yeah, but a Marvel series, a little series called Moon Knight.
Okay, I was wondering if you're going to go with that route.
Absolutely, just based on the idea of split personality and this whole concept of being a guy who's a pretty straight-laced guy, good guy, and then this other personality comes out, and then when he has to come back and reckon with all the damage that happened because of that, and it's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a little over halfway through it. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get it finished here really soon. Try and get caught up on it whenever I got some time. Never have time, Jim. That's kind of another theme of our show, right? But yes, I would definitely check out Moon Knight. It's been really entertaining to watch. It's been kind of out there, but it's been fun to watch. And friend of the show, Ethan Hawke, is a great villain on this show. Highly recommend checking it out. I think you guys will enjoy it, and especially with the aspects of the split personality. I think you'll find Moon Knight to be way better than Me, Myself, and Irene.
It must be very difficult. The voice in your head. Shut up! There's chaos in you. Embrace the chaos.
Well, Brian, you ready to take on the world?
Oh, I have a feeling that the world and I are going to be on the same page.
Brian takes on the world.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. May God have mercy on your soul.
You're all gonna die!
IMDb, easy for me to say.
What a douche.
2 thumbs up?
False.
I will say it is sad to me, because that's something we didn't even talk about. And hearing the 2 thumbs up made me think about it. Is that they did it.
Yeah.
In memory of
Gene Siskel.
Yeah. I feel sorry for him and his family that his name is attached to this movie in any way.
No. I'm not going to feel sorry for that. I'm not going to feel sorry for that at all. We're talking about a guy who his beloved movie, Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, okay.
He forever gets 0 passes from me.
Who gives a fuck about Gene? He's fucking dead. Who cares?
He's cracking.
No sympathy whatsoever. Attach his name to this film all day long.
All right, well, let's see what the world had to say. 1001 movies you must see before you die.
I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that is not in there.
It's got a 3-page spread. No, I'm just kidding. It does not. It does not. But as always, you can buy the book if you'd like to and support the show at the same time.
There you go.
And the link's in the show notes there. IMDb.
Yeah.
Gave it a 6.6 out of 10.
What? What?
Yep. Metacritic.
Yeah.
Gave it a 49.
That's too high. The 49 is way too high for the Metacritic. I'm sorry. No. 49 is entirely too high. 22% is where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And a 6.6, you've got to be kidding me. God,
it's your friends that recommended this movie.
That is horrible.
And they've got burner accounts is what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to burn their house down. Wow.
All right, so Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
The tomato meter gave it a 48%.
That's still high. That's still high. Look, hold up. We just talked about swing vote on the last episode.
Yeah.
Right? Swing vote got a 37% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Swing vote is infinitely better than this piece of shit. And this got a what?
48.
A 48% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The tomato meter. And the audience
Get the hell out of here with that.
The audience gave it a 57%.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. Too high, man. And this isn't even like a glowing like percentage. It's not, but it's still too fucking high.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I did not want to have to put a disclaimer on this, but this is fucking dumb. All right, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe. A 6.6, a 48, a 49.
Maybe this really spoke to people with split personalities.
Oh, fuck off.
And all of them were voting.
Yeah, they voted twice. It was stupid.
Which is why instead of 48, it's supposed to be 24.
No.
That I found the solution. That's why.
Nope.
That's why the numbers are so high. It's everyone with split personalities voting.
Ridiculous.
Yep. Do you want to hear Ebert's?
Oh, I do. Actually, at this time, I actually want to hear what Ebert has to say.
I think he was being generous only because it was...
What did he give it? Did he give it 2 stars?
He gave it 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
I think the half is just in honor of...
He gave it a miscongeniality award. He gave it half credit for just putting its name down.
All right.
Yeah.
Me, Myself, and Irene is a labored and sour comedy that rouses itself to create real humor and then settles back glumly into an impenetrable plot and characters who keep repeating the same shtick, hoping maybe this time it will work. That's a glowing review right out the gate.
It's accurate.
Yeah. It stars Jim Carrey in a role that mires him in versions of the same gags over and over. Renee Zellweger co-stars as a woman who stays at his side for no apparent reason except that the script requires her to.
It's so true. It's so painfully true.
Right? The movie's by the Farley brothers, Peter and Bobby, whose There's Something About Mary still causes me to smile whenever I think about it, and whose kingpin is a buried treasure. They worked with Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, which has some very big laughs in it. But this time, their formula of scatology, sexuality, political incorrectness, and cheerful obscenity seems written by the numbers. The movie is as offensive as most of their work, which would be fine if it redeemed itself with humor. It doesn't. There is, for example, an extended passage making fun of an albino that is not funny at all, ever, in any part, but painfully drones on and on until the filmmakers cop out and make him the pal of the heroes. He might be more offended by that, because didn't he have white hair? Maybe he honed in on that a little bit. He kind of rounds it out with, Carrey has a plastic face and body and does remarkable things with his expressions. As Charlie, he's all toothy grins and friendliness. As Hank, his face twists into an evil scowl, and his voice is electronically lowered into a more menacing register. Problem is, although it's sort of funny to see Charlie reacting to the insulting ways people treat him, it is rarely funny to see him transform himself into Hank, who then takes revenge. Hank is not a real comic character, and it's a miscalculation to allow him to dominate most of the movie. Irene, the Zellweger character, has not been invented fresh with a specific comic purpose, but is simply a recycled version of the character she usually plays. Her job is to be loyal and sensible, lay down the law, pout, smile, and be shocked. It is a thankless task. She's like the on-screen representative of the audience. The Farleys are gifted and have made me laugh as loudly as anyone since the golden age of Mel Brooks. They have scored before and will no doubt score again. This time, they go for broke and get there.
Well, he's right. And he was generous with his ranking.
Well, and so there's a little note under here. I don't know if he put that on there or if this was after. But it says, note, the film is dedicated to the late Gene Siskel, whose enthusiasm for Kingpin came at a crucial time for the Farleys, encouraging them to push ahead with There's Something About Mary, which is probably why they gave him some love, I'm sure. But, yeah. So, I don't think I've ever seen you actively agree with Ebert as strongly as this time of me reading that.
There was one that he had, I can't remember the film, I'm pretty sure it was on season 1, that he gave a very eloquent, spot-on review. It was dead on. It was perfect.
Boys in the Hood?
It might have been. Actually, you know what? It might have been Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a couple times. But yeah, no, this one for sure. No, it's just he hit on everything that we talked about.
Yeah.
You know, it was a plot that wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't paid off. It wasn't rewarded to the audience. It didn't round itself out. The characters were dumb. Renee Zellweger, she was just there to be there.
Right.
There wasn't any life to the story overall. It relied solely on stupidity and sight gags.
Yeah.
And films that do that, they garner a following for just a little bit.
Yeah.
But then longevity, there's nothing to them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
And to know that movies before this were pretty good and highly revered. And I know that, look, I mean, you don't put out like perfection every time in the creative process, right? But this almost seemed just flat out lazy.
It really was. Yes, that's the best way to put it. It
almost
was
like, oh, we got to put out another movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it's kind of expected of us.
We have this idea for a movie. We have Jim Carrey. Let's just film some stuff, throw it out there, boom, it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell by the editing.
Yeah.
When you cut out pivotal, important parts of scenes that help explain lots of your story, and it's like you don't even care, then yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, that comes through, I think, maybe this film was snake bit from the beginning.
I think it definitely was snake bit, for sure. Nice. All right, man. Well, that was certainly fun-ish.
Yeah. I still love Jim Carrey, but...
everyone still loves Jim Carrey, but this is a classic example that even the best of us can lay a turd every once in a while.
In your neighbor's yard.
Yep, absolutely. And boy, this was a big nut-filled one. So, all right, Jim, it's time to get ready for the next episode, which actually, if you guys are looking at a calendar, my God, it's already at the end of September, dude.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
So, that being said, the next episode that we release is going to be the final episode of season 2. It's already here, man.
It's crazy.
And you know what? Wait. Do you smell that, Jim? Do you smell that in the air?
Well,
crisp fall air on the horizon.
Okay.
It smells like pumpkin spice lattes.
And Ugg boots.
And Ugg boots. And flannel cashmere.
And man beard season is on its
yes.
way.
Yes, it is. Our holiday season is upon us, Jim. It's going to be here before you know it, for sure.
It is.
And what we need for you guys is to get prepared for the holiday season, and that's to go into archive and listen to our holiday specials. DoWhatPod.com/specials. But for our last episode to round out our season 2, Jim, before we go into the holiday season, I got to give Jim some categories and get ready for that. But I've decided to do something different, Jim. I'm going to do something a little different, Jim.
Okay.
No categories.
No categories.
No categories whatsoever. I have decided that I'm going to blindside you with a film that is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
It is going to absolutely level you. And it could alter the future of our friendship.
That big, huh?
That huge. Yes. That huge.
Okay.
So you get nothing. You get no categories. You get no clues. You get no hints. All you need to know is that it is going to destroy you. It is going to absolutely destroy you.
Okay.
Whenever you open the box for the final time of season 2. It's going to be outstanding. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I know when I said that, and it was the Big Lebowski.
Uh-huh.
So I can only imagine.
Let's just call this payback.
Okay.
I am not even joking. Like, legit serious talk right now.
Yeah.
The final episode of season 2 is going to be so legendarily epic. I cannot wait.
Okay.
I cannot wait for you to open the box, because this is going to be fun for me.
Okay.
You may genuinely, like, hit me.
That big. Huh?
That big. I think you're going to leave the studio. I think you're going to need to catch your breath. Take a moment for yourself. Maybe eat a Twix. Not a sponsor of the show, but...
Okay.
That's what we have going on for the final episode of season 2 here at the Dude What Movie Review Podcast. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the show. Like I said, holiday season is coming up, man. We got some fun stuff in the archive for you guys to check out. Get prepared for the Halloween special, because we're going to do it big. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're probably going to play some fun Halloween games.
Yeah.
We're going to talk Halloween-related things, topics, maybe tell some ghost stories. We're definitely going to cover a horror film. I think Jim and I have actually already talked about the film that we're going to cover. Usually it's kind of a surprise or whatever, but I think we did a little powwow on the side, and we got something that we're going to do a little special for the show. That's going to be something special for one of our listeners out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely check out the Halloween specials that are in the archive. Like I said, dowhatpod.com/specials. Go and check out the Halloween specials that we have in there. I believe we have, 3 Halloween specials in the archive? 4, maybe?
I think so.
3?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I know that we have a couple of Halloween specials. We have a couple of horror movie specials, or not specials necessarily, but movies that we reviewed around Halloween.
That's right.
I know there's ghost stories.
Absolutely.
With you and Stephen A. Turner.
That's right. We got the Tales from the Studio. Me and Mr. Stephen A. Turner, friend of the show, Stephen A. Turner, our former boss from the Homers Radio Network, sat in studio last Halloween, and we got to talk about some of our fun, scary adventures ghost hunting in the tri-state area. And that turned out to be a really fun episode. I've listened to that thing like 4 times, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but the bells and whistles that went into that episode really play into the overall vibe and the fun of that episode. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. I dig it. I've listened to it a number of times. Yeah. So I think you guys should go back and check that out. And so obviously we got that. We got Thanksgiving coming up. We've got Christmas coming up. We got some fun stuff planned, man. We're going to do some fun stuff. I think we're going to try really, really hard this holiday season. Last holiday season sucked. This holiday season, I think we're going to try and turn it around.
I'm hoping.
We're going to try and do some more side tables.
Yeah.
We're going to try and get a couple Dude Rector's cuts in there. I'd like to do some standalone soundtrack spotlights if we could. We got some fun stuff. We got some ideas of stuff that we want to do to just try and enrich the holiday season, so to speak. So we got all that stuff happening, a lot of fun stuff. Just because season 2 is coming to an end doesn't mean the fun's going to end. All right, we got holiday specials, and we got plans. We got some plans, Jim. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do.
With all that being said, check out everything that is Dude What related at dudewhatpod.com. Blogs, reviews, written reviews. Got some written reviews on there. Check out our history on there. Check out a written review that I did for the Cherry Poppin' Daddies, which also, by the way, Cherry Poppin' Daddies, in our show notes down at the bottom, we show a little love to the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Got links down there. You can go to the Spotify, check out their stuff, go to their website, buy their merch, man. Yeah. Let them know that you found out about them through us. Just let them know, hey, those guys are showing you some love, and we're hoping to get some love back from them. That's great. They've been really good thus far.
Just for the record, we talk about Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Oh, yeah.
But they have grown a lot since the 90s when they had that name. And they've actually kind of done a name change, a branding change to the Daddies.
Right.
So when we talk about buying merch and stuff, you're like, I ain't wearing it. Just know that they have grown and matured.
Right.
And their music has always been great.
The music is fantastic.
Yeah. So definitely support them. Hardcore. By supporting them, ultimately you're supporting us. But we don't get any kickback or anything for that, right? We pay for the licensing and all. They have been awesome to work with.
We just want to show them love.
And so, it's just support them.
That's
love
right.
on them.
Absolutely.
It'd be great.
Check out their music. Like I said, go to Spotify. I always talk about Brown Derby Jump. I love that song. It is my favorite Cherry Poppin' Daddy song, or the Daddy song. It's my favorite by them, but they have some other great ones. Ding Dong Daddy of the D-Car Line. It's a great one. Come Back to Me. If you like that kind of like jazz lounge singer kind of vibe, like very Vegas, very big. Come Back to Me. Great song. Very, very fun song. And it's a good karaoke song, too. So definitely check that out for sure. You can follow everything that is Dude What related, obviously, on all the social media stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search for @DudeWhatPod or Dude What Podcast. If you want to drop us some lines, Jim has made it very easy because he has put a link in the show notes for you to email us. Hey, you guys at dudewhatpod.com. Drop some lines, questions, comments, concerns. Do you want to write into the show and defend me, myself, and Irene? Go right ahead. We will happily tell you how wrong you are. Or maybe you just want to get in on the tag team action to lay down another ass whooping on me, myself, and Irene. God. In hindsight, we could have gone really, really bad on the back half of this. But we were very diplomatic about it. And, we're trying harder here.
We are.
We really are. Also, while you guys are on the social media stuff, specifically Facebook, we have a little thing called All Access.
All Access.
We have a secret ninja group. It's behind the scenes. We plan third world takeovers. We do barbecues on Thursdays. We make our own greeting cards. Just kidding. We don't do any of that. But what we do is we hang out and we chit chat with you guys behind the scenes. Let you guys shape the show. We have topics in there, post videos, birthday greetings. Just like to hang out with you guys behind the scenes. And if you guys have any fun ideas and questions and comments, you can ask those right there in All Access and we'll answer them. And a lot of times we'll get those on air as well. It's a lot of fun. And also, hey, while you're checking out our email, dropping us lines, while you're checking out Spotify for the daddies, while you're opening the box to order your copy of Me, Myself, and Irene to burn, check out some other Amazon links. Basically, there's going to be a lot of links in the show notes. If you hear something on the show, you can follow those links, go to Amazon, buy your stuff. It's no extra cost to you whatsoever. It's just a way to kind of say, hey, we found out to order this stuff through Dude What, and we want to show them some love. And if it's an eligible purchase, we might get some support from that. It's just a way to help us out. That's all it is. I got nothing else, man. I think we're good. I think we've covered everything. I think we've trashed Me, Myself, and Irene just the right amount that we needed to without going too overboard like a Jim Carrey performance in this.
Yeah.
You got anything else for me?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and bounce on out of here. We will see you guys in 2 weeks for our final episode of season 2, where we're going to blow Jim's mind. It's going to be outstanding. You do not want to miss it. Tune in for that for sure. And we're going to get on out of here. We will see you guys in the last episode.
Bye, guys.
Fun fact, that is my favorite studio logo and music and visual when I go to the movie theaters.
Now, is that because you like fishing, or you like moons, or you like little boys? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, Jim. That took an incredibly dark turn.
Very quickly.
And yes.
I'm warming up. I'm warming up for the Krampus Carol at Christmas time.